Oh! Rebound! Oh!
Can't do it on camera. I'm choking.
Oh, Shaq! Again, there we go. All right. Welcome to Ride the Wave Show. We will get that down for the camera one of these
It bums
days.
me out one more time.
Yeah, one more. Here we go. Bam. Good pass.
Oh, that was way off. That was
gotta
the
lay off
worst
them
one.
weights, man.
That was
Gotta
the
lay off
worst
them.
one.
We'll try to get in the middle of the show. I'm just gonna throw it at you randomly. Welcome into the Ride the Wave Show, episode 39. We did it. We made it to 39. Good job, us. We're here. Thank you again for tuning in for today's show. We got a lot coming up. We have Coach Garrod Haines coming over from the girls' side to the boys' side over there at McLean. I'm probably going to ask him if he feels like he's already on the hot seat since he's the third coach in 3 years. So
yeah, I mean it's been a revolving door over
yes.
there. McLean. Looking at their
it's
last
been so
season,
revolving they just kept the door open. So, but I think that they finally found their candidate in Garrod. I think he's going to get turned around. First and foremost, RIP, Bill Walton, the GOAT. About the only
Legend.
NBA player that really gave any light to the dead. If you go watch his 30 for 30, they have like about 25 minutes in there of pretty much how he just got shit on for liking the dead. They're like, hey, you got to cut your hair and be like a straight arrow. And he was like, fuck you, not doing that. So RIP to the great. Also RIP to the not great Angel HerNANdes. Thank God. Miss HerNANdes is out of the MLB. The worst. I literally watched a 15-minute clip.
It's the worst person with the name A. HerNANdes in the history of the
0 for
world.
2.
Yeah.
0 for 2 that in the sports world at least.
And one of them's a murderer.
Yeah. The other one was murder of calls. So, I mean, they could both be pacified as murders. But, yeah, thank God Angel HerNANdes is finally.
Dude, I mean, I was watching like a highlight reel of
more
his
like a
bad
low light.
calls. Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, they were just both ways. I mean,
Yeah.
he was just he would just ruin pitchers and batters alike, dude.
If this was the plate, there'd be a ball all the way out here, and he called a strike. I watched it 3 straight times. Like, how is a player you not supposed to turn around and say something?
And then call a ball right down the middle.
Bro, yeah. And then, like, people would turn around and say something. As soon as you turn around, he just gone.
Yeah.
Didn't even say anything.
Well, there was
like,
one where, like, as soon as it happened, dude started to turn. He gets, like, right here, and you could already see HerNANdes just pointing.
Yeah, get out. So, thank God that he's out. Baseball got a lot better today. Still, don't really need to care about the season. The baseball season starts after the All-Star break. So if you wonder why we don't talk about it, it's because, I mean, this happens every
That's why
year.
we never really talk about the Reds. Love them to death, but that's why we never really talk about them.
I think it was Sean Casey last year. Whenever, like, there's a lot of teams that started out, like, 10-2, 15-3, something like that. He's like, look, all these bad teams that are starting off good, life's going to hit you in the middle of the season.
No, like
and it does.
The Reds, it hit them hard. Like,
Cubs.
I was a huge fan of Ella De La Cruz
Yeah.
and the boys out there. I thought they were going to do some great things. And then after the All-Star break, just kind of fizzled out.
And that's what's happened this year with the Cubs is that they started off really, really hot, and now they're back to 500, and they're not going the right way to 500. I think they're going to even keep going down some more. I think they're going to have some growing pains, but, man, it's just – I don't know. Baseball is so hard to predict, like with the scouts with not the scouts, but like the prospects.
It's just such a big animal in
Yeah,
itself.
and there's every year there's players that come out of nowhere that have been in the league for like 8 years. They're just kind of like, you're just now doing good. How am I supposed to know?
Well, like
that?
just the farming systems, they'll be back and forth between the bigs and the minors, for 8 years, and then they'll just finally blow up out of nowhere, and it's just like, yo, where the hell was this at the last 8 years?
8 years, exactly. But yeah, so honest to God, I'm not looking too much. I mean, I know the Indians are in first place, so we got one Ohio team doing good. But other than that, really not a whole lot to look into baseball-wise. Now for the area, good job for the baseball and softball teams. We had Huntington. They went down in a close district championship game.
It looked like that game had a pretty decent bit of coverage. I was seeing some stuff on social media about
it.
And
it had an ending that, it's easy to make that call when you're not on the field. You know what I mean? There's a sac fly.
Now, who are they playing?
Oh,
I can't remember the name.
I can look it up here real quick. But there's a sac fly at the end of the game here. Huh? Was it Fairfield, I want to say? Oh, I think it was. Let me look it up here on
If it was Fairfield, a team that's kind of, ended some hopes and dreams around these parts a few times.
Yes, it was Fairland. Sorry, Fairland, okay. Not Fairfield. Yes. But yeah, they lost. They're down 5-4, 2 outs. It's a pop fly over the first base into the right field. Right. When you're the third base coach, I mean I feel like it looks like it goes out there farther than what it probably does. You're down 1. The tying run's on third. You don't know what's about to happen with this batter coming up. The kid could have not had a hit all game. He could have been in a slump. So you got your tying run on third. You think you have a sac fly in the outfield. I'm not against sending that runner, being aggressive, getting that tying run, knowing no matter what happens at this next at bat, we have a fighting chance because we're going into another inning. Then the kid makes an amazing throw. I mean, high schoolers don't normally make that kind of throw from the outfield to home plate. So you got to give credit where credit's due for Fairland on that one. But Huntington, I mean, they had Player of the Year.
It's the postseason. They're not going to hold anything back.
Yeah, they had Player of the Year and DJ Crocker. They had the most wins in Huntington baseball history, like in a single season. So a lot of stuff to hold their heads high. And then Westfall, they fell to Minford 12-2 in the district semis, and Portsmouth beat Southeastern 2-0 in the district semis. And
that Portsmouth team's a great team.
Yeah, they are. Portsmouth, some of the water down there this year with those sports. I mean, they're playing really good. Now, Wheelsburg still looking to go to that Final Four. I believe Logan Elm is as well. So on the softball side of things, we have that to look forward to. SVC-wise, Yoda got ounced last week in the district, or not in the district, sorry, in the regionals, in the Sweet 16. Didn't really see that coming, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, no, I had them going a lot deeper, but
yeah, I definitely thought they were going to make it to the Final Four. But that's a great thing about high school sports, man. Like you can have, and I don't think they lost to like a super low seeded team, but in high school sports, just the best team doesn't always win. Now I don't know if on that day if you could say Yoda was the best team, because that the team they played lights out.
Well, the score will reflect that they were not.
Yeah. So good team. Just the season didn't end the way that it wants.
Just saying, yeah.
Yeah. The score.
Just to be,
if you look at the score, the better team did win because they scored more points.
Yeah,
than
the better team that particular day. The way you worded it, you can answer it. Yeah, but
there's going to be a team that's going to be a way better team this year because they're getting a really good coach. They're getting a coach that knows how to win, knows how to put the work in, and knows what it takes to build a great program. I'm talking about the legendary Garrod Haines. What's going on, Coach?
Oh, not much here. Just watching some baseball.
I was about to say, so I know you were telling me earlier you're down there at baseball practice. Are you down at Mary Lou?
Yeah, I'm at a game actually, but
okay.
I make time for you. You're that important.
Right. Hey. Now I feel important. Now I feel like the pressure's on. So, Coach, I want to ask you first getting in here. You're not a stranger to McLean. You had great success on the girls' side. My real question is, what made you decide to come on to the other side and become the boys' head coach?
So, there's a lot of reasons, but I'll be honest with you. Number one thing is I want people to fear McLean basketball again, and I just don't think that's been the case. When Greenfield's been on your schedule in years past, we might be 4-18, but at least that you're going to come away and they're going to give everything they had, and you're going to know you played the McLean Tigers that night, and I just want to bring that back. I don't claim to be this unbelievable X's and O's basketball coach, but I believe I'm a motivator of people, and I just want to motivate people to play hard, get after it, and then, when you do those two things, then good things come.
Yeah, because, I know Stewart, he had a good run there. They made it all the way to regionals. Obviously, everybody knows the great Rick Van Meter. So, I know Rick, he was real intense. He brought a fire. I didn't know a whole lot about Stewart, but, he kind of seemed a little bit the same way. Now, you can never put someone up there with Rick. That guy had fire for hair. It was insane. Well, but what kind of coaching style do you feel? Because, Coach Shue kind of said the same thing about you, that he's my go-to for everything. Is he'll say what you said. Like, he's not the greatest X's and O's guys, but he will get kids to play hard. So, and he goes through that with getting relationships, knowing that you can trust him with anything. So, what's your kind of coaching style like?
Well, that's exactly what we've started, and that's just building relationships with the kids. last year was not good for them. A lot of them didn't enjoy basketball, so we're just trying to build relationships with them, letting them know that we believe in them, that we trust them, and hopefully they trust us. And then we'll start getting in the nitty gritty here come June, and go from there. But definitely trusting and having relationships. That goes beyond basketball. I want to have relationships with these kids down the road, not just through their 4 years in high school.
Yeah. Now you have your basketball camp coming up. Is that right?
Yeah, we had our first day today. So
How'd
I've
that
been
go?
involved with the youth. It went good. I've been involved with the youth for I run our little league, so I've been involved with these kids, and that was another thing. I just hated to see another coach come in and be there for 2 years, and then we're starting over again. I want to build something, and then mentor some young coaches that I have helped me out, and then one day they can take it over and just continue the tradition.
That's what, because I mean we've had Dante on a handful of times, and that's kind of what he talked about. It's the tradition of McLean, and we heard it in you whenever you first came on. I mean, like whenever you had McLean on the schedule, it was like, damn, like we gotta play these Tigers, and
right.
We caught a few of your games last year. I believe we were at the Vinton County McLean game.
So that was one of the only games really that made me feel like old school McLean, because it was McLean and Vinton County, and it was actually a battle. It was a double overtime game. I want to say it was a double overtime game, right?
Yeah. I think we had a 20-point lead, and then they came back. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good game. But yeah, just games like that, finishing games out, and but so far we've had have great numbers. So but when you're just having fun and you're building relationships, people come. We've had great numbers in the weight room. So we have some things going. We just got to have a good summer here.
Now, I want to ask you, because like I said, you're coming from the girls' side to the boys' side. Now, I feel, what do you think is going to be some things that are going to be easy to come over from girls to boys? And then what do you think might be some things that might be a little bit harder, if any?
Yeah, well, preparation, obviously. You're going to prepare the same either way. I learned from Coach Overstake when I was an assistant for 5 years the importance of preparing for games. We over-prepared sometimes, but yeah, just preparing for your opponents. That's a big one. I think that's going to go both ways. So as far as that, man, when I coached girls, I was hard on them. So I plan on being the same way. And some people maybe said I was too hard, but it's just my style. I want to get the best that you have out of you. And so I want to coach them hard, and I feel like that's the same.
I think
the speed of the game's a lot different.
Yeah. Hey, pressure makes diamonds, baby.
Yeah. Well, also just the speed of the game's different, obviously, from boys to girls.
Right.
So that's going to be a challenge. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I graduated college wanting to be a boys coach, and I just lucked into having the opportunity to be a girls coach, and I was fortunate enough to be at Greenfield, where they kept me around for a while, and hopefully I can do the same thing with the boys.
Where'd you go to college at?
I went to Rio Grande. I played at Rio Grande.
Oh, no. Hey, they're getting a football team this year and a marching band.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. I want to talk to someone from there. I cannot wait. So this is a little story. When I was a younger lad, I used to go on vacation down in Florida, and me and my buddies would say to girls that we were on the Rio Grande football team. And they could look up that it was a real college. We just wouldn't show them the roster.
I have a shirt that says undefeated since 1950, so I'm going to have to get rid of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're going to be done drilling you with the hard questions here. How's that game going? Are you guys up? How's it looking?
Oh, it's actually 0-0 in the third. It's a
so
pretty
pitcher's
good game right now.
Okay, a pitcher's
Yeah, it is.
Well, we're going to ask you the real journalist questions, and then we can get you out of here, get you back to your game. First, we're drafting animals today. That would be a problem if they were a lot bigger. So say like an ant, if it was like the size of a dog, would definitely be a problem. What's an animal that pops in your brain with that question?
A goat.
Oh, didn't even think about that, but yes, that would be a terrible problem. Terrible problem.
Like the size of a horse or something?
Oh, my God. Now, do you think they could still, if it was like a mountain goat, they could still...
Yeah, well, my thing is they're also aggressive too.
Yeah, very aggressive. They're like
I'm thinking like a feigning goat. You come after me, I just feint. You think I'm done, and then I'll sneak up and get you.
All right, now, Coach, we're going to say that you and the boys, you turn it around this year. You're going up to the state Final Four. You just won the state championship. Where are you going for your victory dinner, and what are you eating?
Oh man, I'll probably be so tired I'll probably go home. But I'm a bar food guy, man. Like
Hell
I'd rather
yeah.
just go to the dock and have their wings. Like
yeah, hey, get those. You ever get those mini tacos? They're like mini tacos you dip in cheese. Oh my God,
right.
that's about the only reason.
I'm a char grilled wing guy.
Nice, dude. They do have some good.
You know who's got the best wings?
Wagner's. You gotta try Wagner's Roadhouse, man.
Yeah, I have to try that.
Their rings are amazing. Well, Coach, we want to get you out of here. What do you think? People, I know they watch you as the girls coach. What can you say to your fans that they can expect out of McLean basketball this year from you and your players?
Well, I mean, let me ask you a question, Clay, because
okay.
I know a little bit about your basketball background. So why did you fall in love with the game of basketball? Like, when did that start?
I fell in love with the game of basketball in 2008. My dad, he is from Indiana, so I was born with it. And I went and we watched Humpty. I mean, I loved watching the way that he took over the game and the way that he could control the floor. I watched him win the state title in 2008. And about 5 days later, I go over to my dad's hometown in Brownsburg, Indiana. And we go in the Pacers Arena. I don't know what it was called then. But this is for a high school basketball game. Completely sold out. I mean, filled all the way to the top. And after I watched Humpty make that pass to Ray for the buzzer beater to win the state title, I watched Gordon Hayward hit a buzzer beater at the free throw line to win the Indiana State Championship. And I don't know what it was, but in that moment, I was like, basketball is my life. And that's kind of when I really dialed in on it.
Right. So you actually hit it right on the head. The fans, like, I think that's something for Greenfield. Like when you show up to the game, it didn't matter how good they were, the stands were packed.
Yes.
And that's what I want, because the brand of basketball we're going to put on the floor is McLean basketball.
Yes.
You know, it's not going to be anything flashy, but we're going to get after it. We're going to play hard. We're going to hustle. And we're going to have grit.
Diving for loose balls, not taking shit. Oh man, hey.
Oh, those Vinton County McLean or McLean Chillicothe. Those games in the Convo, they were always packed.
Talking to Dante, and he'd be like, yeah, their stands are packed. I never thought we were losing. Like, you'd have to kill me on that court. Like,
right. Well, yeah, I have a picture of that tip-off, and the crowd is just, I mean, it goes all the way up to the Convo. It was just, that's nuts. That's what I want. Last year, we didn't have very many people in the stands, and that's what I want. I want to put a brand of basketball where people want to come and watch and support our kids, because our kids deserve that, and they just need somebody pushing them to play that style, and that's my plan.
And those Greenfield fans, man, they are amazing. I mean, I put them up there with Pay Valley fans, man. They're passionate, and here's what people don't understand about Greenfield fans. I think they're saying about Pay Valley. They're passionate and they're smart. Like, they understand what's going on in the game for basketball, for football. It's not like, you know, you go to some other place and like, why is the coach doing this? Blah, blah, blah. They kind of understand the flow of the game, and man, that's a great answer, Coach.
I'll tell you this. Where we call most of the games in the stands, because Clay couldn't make it to the Vinton County McLean game, I made an executive decision that I wasn't going to get on the mic and call the game, because I might have been a little biased myself for one team.
Hey, that's one thing we aren't is biased.
Yeah. It was already hard enough to just watch the game and talk about it, because we sat, you know, it was kind of like all, you know, Greenfield fans, so it's kind of like, I'm already just uncomfortable, because
I was over here like, listen, one guy already said he's going to slip my turn. I'm not getting up here and saying I'm cheering for Vinton County. Well, Coach, hey, I can't wait to watch you guys this year. We're definitely going to have to get out to a game and watch that. But you guys play HerNANdes basketball. Yeah. I can't wait. And I think Greenfield got the hire that they need, man, to turn it around for real.
Well, I hope that's right. But, you know, one thing is for sure, I have a passion for that community and those kids. So hopefully I get the job done.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming on, and we will let you get back to winning down there in the Great Southern Valley Youth League, the best league around. Ladies and gentlemen, the new head coach for McLean, Garrod Haines. Thanks for coming on, Coach.
Go Tigers.
Dude, he had me running through a brick wall whenever he said that.
Inspire people.
He said, it's the fans. I said, you're damn right it's the fans, dude. Like, And that's why I think is like
they got a beautiful facility out there in McLean too.
They have
like
a pool.
The gym. Well, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've only seen like the actual pristineness of the outside in the gym.
Dude,
it
so
looks really nice. It looks like it's got an old school vibe. It looks like you're walking into the Vatican.
It looks like you're walking to a museum. I mean, they have some of the best art.
The Vatican's a museum of a church.
Oh, didn't know that.
No, it's not. It's like it's the Vatican. It's a church.
But no, that's what I just love how he's like, man, I wasn't ready for the question though. I'll tell you that. He's like, what made you love basketball? I was like, well, damn, didn't know I was getting interviewed today. No, but fast break.
Brick.
That was on
Brick.
me. I told you I was gonna come randomly.
I know. I wasn't ready for it. I was thinking.
No, but Greenfield.
All right, Derek, hit me with the pass.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he's gonna wait.
I'm not taking my eyes off of him.
Oh!
Dude, I can't make it.
No, I think he hit the nail on the head, though, man. Those Greenfield fans, man, they're great because I feel like a lot of them came over because, I mean, it's no surprise that, like, our secret Greenfield has been the greatest at football for quite a while. So, like, they would come over for, like, some of our playoff games and stuff. And, like, I mean, you couldn't really tell the difference, though. You know what I mean? They're very passionate, and they want to see their teams win. I mean, listen.
Do they just root against you guys? Because, I mean,
huh?
Isn't it like the Battle of 41 or something?
Well,
like that?
see, when I was in high school, it was dead.
Oh,
That's why I love so much about Corey Dye right now, man, because those Greenfield versus Paint Valley games.
He realized it was a dire situation.
Jeez Louise.
Eh?
That's
Talk
something.
about bad content. He's like, that's pretty great to me.
I don't even know where I was going with that. But, yeah, hey, Coach Haines, he's going to be a great coach out there. Glad to see that program's getting started up. We're never going to catch a game this year, not when they play Vinton County. So
probably when they play Paint Valley.
Yeah, they'll probably play them in basketball. They're playing them in every single sport now.
They beat Paint Valley this past year by like one buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Both our alma maters played close games.
It was a buzzer beater, but like a miss.
Yeah, he beat the buzzer, but he didn't make it.
Yeah.
He didn't beat the team. He didn't beat McLean.
Yeah, it was. Hey, another thing. He didn't beat the team. He didn't beat.
Yeah, he beat the buzzer, but not McLean.
Jeez Louise.
Hey, that's what happened. That's what happened.
Hey, the Chillicothe Paints opened up their season on the road tonight. Yeah. Let's go, Paints.
You know who else beat the buzzer but not the team?
Go Paints.
Somebody from McLean.
He beat the buzzer, but he didn't beat McLean. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, the same thing happened when they played Vinton County. They beat the buzzer but didn't beat Vinton County.
Oh, man. Hey, I wonder we should do a draft with some of like the worst buzzer beaters. Like, for the win. Completely airballs it.
or one of my favorites, like we could do something like best calls like that are just non-important, like bang from downtown Chris Paul for 3. Yeah. Down by 40.
Or like
brings it to 39.
Have you seen those like man,
hey,
what announcers 39. Were they? I think it was for like the Kings or something like that. But like this dude came down, hits a buzzer beater to go into halftime or maybe like to end the quarter, like, and Favors hits a 3. Good job. Now we're up 2 going into 3. Like no.
Some of my favorite commentary to watch is so it used to be on Stream East. Like if you're watching Stream East and you're like watching
what's Stream East? I don't know. I've never done any of that.
Yeah, this is just allegedly like what people have told me and stuff. Or like if somebody else is doing that and I just so happen to see it. Yeah, I've noticed this particular thing.
I've noticed it.
Like if Dallas is playing, or if Dallas is playing at the Wolves, right? Anytime like Luka will do something, their announcers would be like, "And this piece of shit, he basically stabbed him on his way to the hole." He kicked his mom in the face. Dude. What a dirty, dirty piece of shit. and then, like, Anthony Edwards is going to be like, he goes down and lays it in, and as he's laying it in, he donated $5 million to charity. Dude. He's a saint.
So this is how you know I'm a Browns fan. I've listened to the Browns game a handful of times on the radio on the way home, and it's always, what are we doing? Like, what? It's like, how can we? I remember it was 2 years ago, we were playing the Chargers, man, and, like, it was, like, a 4th and 2, and, like, we clearly should have ran it, and we did, like, a shotgun, like, long pass, and he goes, Coach of the Year, Stefanski, I don't know about all that. Like,
what's the movie with Charlie Sheen where he plays Wild Thing?
Major League.
Yeah, Major League. In that, it's like when the announcer's just like, he's like, and the wind-up, pitch is on the way. Oh, fuck. Because he just smacks it out of the park.
Oh, Major League, man.
That's a great one. Shout out my Uncle Mike. He's got the Major League tattoo.
No way.
He hates it. He's like, I was like 19, thought it was the coolest thing ever. Favorite movie. Here I am, 40 years old.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we need to do a
I
worst
love it.
tattoos.
I love it.
Yeah.
He's had it for about 20 years, but the tattoo, it holds up. It's an awesome tattoo.
Dude, if you haven't seen Major League, go bless your life.
Go
watch it. All right, let's get into NBA, shall we? Celtics.
Down go the Pacers.
They are gone. Swept by the Celtics. Now, whoever the Celtics
fluke.
play,
They shouldn't even been in there. The Pacers fluke.
Yeah.
Fluke. Maybe if they didn't seems like somebody else choked.
Well,
the Pacers.
Did Halliburton even play the last 2 games?
I don't know because he sucks. Halla, get out of here. Tell you what.
So, yeah, that's if you want to know what happened in the Pacers-Celtics series, that's Pacers
Get you a broom.
Yeah.
Go sweep a room.
Sweep. Now, the Celtics, though, like, is anyone really shocked that they're going back to the finals? I mean, they're in a pretty weak East. Every team they played, their star players were injured, and then they played the Pacers,
who had all their star players, just got dicked on because they suck.
I don't think they had Halliburton in the last 2 games. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, they had most of their starting core. I don't think they'll now they're obviously going to go against the Mavericks. Mavericks are up 3-0 on the Wolves. I mean, the Wolves might win tonight. I don't think so, though. I think the Mavericks are going for that clean sweep.
And that'll be okay, The Wolves did a hard,
I don't think the Celtics
playoffs. Hard, tough fought play. Why will you not stay close?
No, but listen. There's going to be a lot of
because I've dropped it so many times. Like,
yeah, man, I dropped it. Listen, I dropped the picture so many times it retired. But hey,
and if you're wondering, like, hey, it hasn't been dropped this episode, it has. It got dropped right
it
before
dropped before this episode even
there,
started. Yeah, record-breaking time of this dropping. This
there
episode.
goes John Jones. Oh, he's down.
John Bones Jones.
But he's back up because he's never been knocked out. So
Cocaine does that.
Back on his feet. Swinging.
No, but there's going to be a lot of interesting stories to follow this finals. You got Kyrie going up against the Celtics.
Kyrie's going to take a big old fat shit on the Celtics.
You got Kristaps going against the Mavs. That ended badly.
Yeah, but he's coming off injury, so I don't know how well that's going to be.
Will he be back for the finals? I haven't seen the timetable for him.
I don't know, but honestly, with what they're doing how they're doing Rudy, I don't see it going any different really for Porzingis.
I think it's because Porzingis understands. Don't go out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, but still, just bang threes on you.
Yeah,
it's like they're doing because it's like I saw a video where the actual Wolves fans were just like groaning.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he switched off,
all of them were like,
because he switched off and he had to go up there.
Yeah.
So if really
defensive player of the year, my ass.
Yeah,
dude.
it's on Ant to get out there to fight through that.
Jesus. No, I think. Okay, so it's clearly going to be Mavs versus Celtics. We got that this time. I don't know, man. The Mavs with Kyrie and Luka are going to be hard to stop.
No, I got the Mavs.
I got the Mavs because I hate the Celtics.
I think it's going to be a 6-game series. Mavs
I think it's going to be 6. I think it'll be a 4-2 win. I think it's going to be the Mavs.
They could squeak it out in 5. They really could squeak it out in 5, but I think it's going to be a 4-2 series.
I just don't think the I think as soon as the going gets tough for the Celtics, they're done because what series have they had in the playoffs?
You got to think. I feel like Luka's been kind of. I could be misspeaking here, but I feel like Luka's been kind of more carrying the load, and Kyrie's been doing. He's been sprinkling himself in there a little bit, but when it comes to the Celtics, I think it's going to be Kyrie's going to pull it out and just fuck.
If you go back and look at all of Kyrie's games against the Celtics since he's left there. It's been blowjob city for him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all he's been
pulling
doing.
it out
and
smacking him in the face.
I mean, it has been absolutely destroying the Celtics. And for good reason. I hate Boston. Not the town. The town's amazing. But your sport fans are horrible. Yeah.
Sada.
So, moving on.
Also, we didn't get to really dive into the RIP Bill Walton as much.
Oh yes,
just a legend, dude.
Literally,
just a legend.
He has to be the best play-by-play announcer of all time.
He's just wild. He was.
I watched him eat a cupcake whole, or not whole, but eat a cupcake with the candle on it still lit.
Yeah, Just a wild man. Yeah. Been through like true 70s, 80s man. You know, Renaissance man.
He is every bit of, if you took a deadhead and put him as a commentator, like that's exactly how it would go. I was watching this video today.
He really just went to the NBA so he'd have enough money to
go to dead shows.
He's like, if I'm famous, I have a better chance of meeting him, being friends with him.
He's like, wait. When's the NBA season end? Oh, June?
Just call
dead shows don't start till July.
I ain't even got to win championships, honestly.
No, but what was I about to say? Anyways, I watched an interview that he had with Big Cat in Pardon My Take, of how he went to a show, walked by and saw this guy have on an amazing Dead shirt. He said, "That's the coolest shirt I've ever seen." Guy took it off and just gave it to Bill Walton. So Bill puts it on, and he's wearing it around the entire show, the entire time.
Walton's huge. He probably
That's what I said. I'm like, what was it, belly shirt?
Yeah.
So Bill says he's like walking around, he's meeting people, he's hanging out with the dead because you're rich and a deadhead, you're gonna hang out with the man. And
he's also famous.
Yeah. So then gets on they're on a bus, and there's like kind of like one of the open ones, like where you could sit on the top and stuff like that, or something, I can't remember. Or maybe it was a van, and they had the back doors open. But as he's on it, like, he's looking up, and he sees all these fans, like, reaching over. Bill. He's like, I see the guy. Still doesn't have a shirt on. He's the one that gave me the shirt. He said, I was fucked up. He's like, I grab him by the neck and pull him into the van, take him and introduce him to the band and everything like that. It turns out it was the guy that would go after every single.
I'm sorry, it was just so
band. I was trying to remember his name. Damn it! And all deadheads are gonna shit on me because I can't remember his name right now.
Probably.
But he ends up being the guy that after every single Dead show, he would go back and listen to him and be the guy that would get to pick which ones got released. So he ended up being a huge part of the Grateful Dead that I remember his name right now and I don't.
It's kind of like you're a fake fan.
Jesus Christ. Let's not start this again. Dude, I wore a Dead shirt to a bar one night, and this girl goes like, you probably just wear that because the art. And for the next hour was just, she didn't get a chance to talk. I just kept schooling her. But yeah, that was one insane story. What the fuck? Where did the bat come from? That's not been up to the whole time.
Has I been holding this like the whole time?
Jesus Christ. Anyways,
tape.
Bill Walton was a legend. If you were too young to get to listen to him call some play-by-plays, do yourself a favor and
How you didn't watching this show, buddy?
Yeah, he's been amazing. Moving on, the Sixers said that their top plan this summer is to sign Paul George, and I think that is stupid.
That's their top plan.
Yeah. Their top priority.
Get out, Joel. Go on.
Paul George literally said on a podcast, I think his own, he said, yeah, man, I just kind of realized that I couldn't be the guy on a championship-winning team. Why would you instantly want to go sign that guy? Like, a guy that's literally said, I can't be the guy to carry a team to a championship.
Because that's honestly, that would be a reason to get him. Because they're like, well, we have our guy to carry us. It's Joel. We don't want anybody getting in his way, and we need a guy like PG, who is another guy that's of that caliber.
But can Joel? I mean, Joel has.
He keeps saying he can.
I don't think he's even taken him to the Eastern Conference.
He keeps
Finals.
saying, well, yeah, because when they lost to the Toronto Raptors,
that was in the Eastern Conference. Finals. Yeah, so 1 year. Yeah,
and that bounce was the difference. Between Curry having another championship.
Listen, Philly. Tony, that bounce was telling you Joel ain't it. Okay, that was the universe trying to say that he's not your championship guy.
Now. I think Tony was. He didn't. I don't know. I'd have to go watch the last episode or 2 episodes ago to see his feelings on.
I would say because he's a Phillies fan.
Yeah, we asked him about if it was time to move on from Joel. He said I can't remember. He was kind of.
It's time.
Yeah, I can't remember his exact reaction on it.
I think it's time because you can still trade him for a lot of assets and completely restart. You feeling good with that bat in your hand?
Yeah.
I can see yourself working on your swing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angel HerNANdes is out of.
He's out. I might make it in MLB now. Angel HerNANdes was the only thing holding him back.
Holding me back. He cost me good years in the league.
It's like, hey, why did you make the deal with me? Freaking Angel HerNANdes.
Yeah, I saw him in there. I was like, he's just such a disgrace to the game.
I don't even want to be in it.
Commissioner kept calling me up, Adam, please.
Need your bat in the league.
No, he kept telling me not to. He's like, please don't come into the league. You're gonna make all the pitchers quit. You'll go 100 for 100.
And Adam said, "You're lucky Angel's still there."
He's like, I'll pay you $1 million, and I was like, no, you son of a bitch. As soon as Angel's out, I'm coming in. So that's why he just now retired, because he thought I was done and forgot.
Bro, you know you're
a
bad umpire when the whole sport is cheering for you.
Dude,
that you
I know, man.
Like name one NFL referee.
He could have died, and if he didn't retire, like I feel like now if he passes, people are like, oh, that's sad. But like, if he died while he was still, they'd be like, finally, he can't call another game. Like,
it's like don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, like I couldn't imagine if he would have if something bad would have happened to him like after like one of his infamous calls, like just. Ball.
Yeah.
It was like clear strikes. It would have been like, yeah, love it. Exactly his exact, like, his greeting into retirement would have been his greeting into death if he had not retired first.
Yeah. All right. Next, the Cavs. Who do you think they should hire?
Coaching-wise?
Yeah, they got rid of Bickerstaff. I mean, not bad. That's not a bad thought. Player coach. I've been seeing Kenny Atkinson a lot. Being thrown out there, but I feel like he gets thrown out there for every single head coaching job.
I'd like
Don't
to see
hire
more.
an assistant.
I think I'd like to see more towards like right around summer league. Draft hasn't happened yet, has it?
No, I think the draft happens like a week after the finals.
That's okay. That's what I was
not
thinking.
less.
I thought it was like I didn't think it was like right before, but I thought it was like right around.
Which, I mean, not really excited about this year's draft. I don't really know any.
No, there's not really a whole lot into it. So I mean, maybe. They already fired their guy, right?
Yeah, JB's gone.
I thought they fired him pretty I thought they fired him a little too soon. Like
I'm gonna say it again.
I feel like it was more of a fan firing than anything. They were like, "Yeah, we gotta get you out of here because the fans want you gone." So we'll just go ahead and just
I'll say it again.
Waiting right now.
I'll say it every single time there's a head coaching job open. Mark Jackson, dude. I mean, like, he laid the blueprint for the Golden
He
State
should
Warriors.
not have lost that Warriors team. Like
no. He had a winning season when
honestly,
he got fired.
I don't know if he would have got the wins though, the championship wins. I think maybe that was Kerr.
So Kerr, I think does. I don't know. Maybe I'll give you this. Maybe not as much. Maybe he doesn't win 4. Right? He wins 2.
He wins the one where Iguodala gets MVP because Iguodala was like that whole series.
And then they probably still lose his next one. Honest to God. And then they probably still get Kevin Durant to go there. So, honest to God, he probably wins 3. You know? He probably doesn't win the one.
I don't know, because maybe they don't come back. Maybe he doesn't inspire him enough to come back 3 down. Because maybe they don't come back 3-1 on the Thunder to make Durant come there. Maybe Durant wins that one, and then the Thunder go in, and maybe the Thunder beat LeBron. Maybe LeBron's minus a championship.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so, but maybe. Maybe. Who knows, dude?
If he would have played the Thunder that year, I think it wouldn't have been come back from 3-1. I think it would have been like a 4-1. Because, like,
I don't know. I could see that one have gone, because, like, you got to think
they didn't have Harden anymore, right?
No, but previously going into that series, wasn't there already some hurt Cavs?
No, the only one that was hurt going into the series was Kevin Love.
And then Kyrie got hurt.
Kyrie got hurt in the series, which, I mean,
he gets
hurt in Golden State, so you're not in Golden State. Maybe,
maybe he still gets hurt, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
maybe he doesn't.
If LeBron did what he did against the Warriors that year, in the first finals, but the Warriors were the Thunder would have folded.
They would have. You say they would have folded?
They would have, because they didn't have someone like I think the big thing why he got MVP was Iggy. I mean, he was a certified vet. He had been on playoff runs, and he kind of stepped up and said, "I'm gonna take LeBron." Who on that Thunder team?
I'd have to go back and actually look at
Thabo Cephalosha,
Kevin
Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, Russell Westbrook. They might have had Kendrick Perkins. Not 100% sure, but you're not putting him on the
He would have been fat and old.
Nick Collison was already gone. Like they
I mean, it would. I think it would have been a good series, honestly. I think it would have
4-1, 4-2, but it would have been.
I think it would have been a good series.
But hey, we're happy that didn't happen because we had the 3-1 comeback. Great series.
I think the Thunder. I think they could even still pull it off. There's still a possibility for them pulling it off.
I don't know. It's hard for me to put any kind of confidence in Kevin Durant. But then again, like so people say like, well, he's a toe away, right? Well, champions know where to put that fucking toe.
Yeah, dude,
you know what I mean? Like,
I love that toe cost him so much because I'm not a Kevin Durant fan at all. Like,
so he's kind of
as much shit as I gave LeBron when he did his whole like going to Miami and stuff. I was like, Kevin Durant gets the same treatment. He's a little snake.
The only thing that I've been saying about Kevin Durant that I kind of like right now is that like he will let a motherfucker know. Like if like I will say like if someone says shit to him like in the game he'll turn or like at a stadium he'll turn like what? Like he'll give him the time. Like there's 2 fans. Like he didn't even get him thrown out. He just embarrassed the shit out of him. Like on Twitter, if people like go at him, he'll be like, "I got the time, motherfucker. What's up?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which maybe why he's not winning championships.
Yeah. Focus. Put all that energy. Now,
I mean, he's not fixing that bald ass, patchy ass.
I wonder if he goes back. Do you think he ever goes back to the Thunder? I think he burnt that bridge too bad.
No, my thing is I saw something now that the Thunder are good again without him. He comes back. He bandwagons back onto their super team.
I don't think the Thunder would want him, though. I'm telling you, I like LeBron, I know he burnt that bridge, right? I mean, he set on fire. But
you think he could never go back to Cleveland?
No, I'm talking about the first time when he went to Miami and then he came back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like, I know he burnt that bridge that first time.
People weren't burning Durant jerseys, though. Durant didn't lead it up talking about, like, I'll win you guys championships. You guys are my team. I'll win you championships. And then leave the way he did. He didn't do all that. Like, they weren't as mad. Like,
I think
LeBron he was Cleveland's son. He was the chosen one.
Didn't lose to the Heat.
He wasn't supposed. He was supposed to bring balance to the force.
He didn't.
You know what I mean? Like,
he didn't.
Not join him. Damn it!
But
this is why I hate him because, like, deep down, I was a Cleveland fan way back when.
He didn't lose to the Heat up 3-1 and then go join them that summer. You know what I mean? Like, and then win 2 titles back to back.
I know.
And everybody's like, oh, it's Kevin because of Kevin Durant they won the title. It was Steph Curry.
But I don't think the Thunder ever went back and faced them in the playoffs.
Yeah, LeBron. Well, then LeBron comes back and he said, all right, I figured out how to do it. Okay, I win.
And that's when the fans full circle. Obi won it. They're like, oh shit, he did bring balance back to the force.
Like, steal the forearm lift from Plankton.
He had to go be Darth Vader.
Yes, and then won a title, and then said, hey, by the way, Cleveland still sucks. I mean, I'm out of here, but I got you your title. You know, so like,
Gary Owen said it best. It's like if you grew up having sex with Precious. If you don't know who Precious is, she's a big old fat lady. And somebody was like, hey, Beyonce, she wants to fuck you. You wouldn't exactly be like, no, give me Precious. You'd go to Beyonce every single time. That's the difference between South Beach and Cleveland. You know what I mean? You don't want to fuck Precious anymore. You know?
Well,
you
were born 39, but we're not going to make it to 40.
That's a Gary Owen joke. Yeah, that's a Gary Owen joke. I got to credit him. True story. That's the name of it.
I think that Kevin Durant burnt that bridge way, way harder than LeBron. I don't know.
He didn't have a press conference.
Yeah.
Before and after.
It's just the team that he chose to go to, man. Like.
But you can't hear me. But KD also didn't go and he wasn't the head of the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
KD also wasn't like the head of the team like LeBron was.
See, but the problem was that
that was Derek's idea.
The problem was that people were trying to make KD the face of that team. You know what I mean?
Well, he came in with Russ though, so it was kind of like him and Russ. So like Russ is more of like if Russ would have like left. Like
I think
LeBron,
people got more pissed off because of how betrayed Russ felt.
Yeah,
everybody's like, "How you gonna do that to my boy?"
Yeah, like, because of how Durant left. Russ, they doubled down like he's our Lord and Savior.
Yeah,
our Lord and Savior, the Russell Westbrook Church, the Church of the Triple Dub.
They're like, yeah, Lord and Savior, great, but I mean, he also left at some point in time.
Well, like that at that point, they're like, "Go on, get out of here."
Yeah.
We don't want you here no
My
more.
dog skips now.
It's like SpongeBob yelling at the horse, and then Patrick walks up, and he just turns around and walks away.
So back to the question that started all of this. Who are the Cavs hiring for their
Well, I'll be honest with you, Clay. I don't know any candidates in the coaching spot right now. Honestly, I'd say hire Tibbs because he'd be wearing players down, but I like what he does regular season. It gives me hope just to get crushed in the playoffs.
Yeah. Did Budenholzer already get signed? The old Bucks coach?
Maybe.
I'll go after him.
I have to check.
I'm going after somebody
Jamie, look that up.
I'm going to after – who'd you say?
Jamie.
Oh. Someone else.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'll say his name. Hey, little bitch.
Jesus.
With orange hair.
All right. So, yeah, we don't know who the Cavs are hiring for their coach.
Where's Bronny going? That's my next big question.
If Bronny gets drafted, listen. LeBron,
I hope he doesn't get drafted.
LeBron, I'm on your side. Like, I'm not – like, I don't think that people should be trying to tear down Bronny's dream, to live out his dream, something like that. But, like, he's not a first-round pick.
Jordan's kids didn't get drafted. So why
They
the hell
didn't get out
his?
of college.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just I think he's good enough.
I feel like a lot of
probably
times
get signed, but he cannot be taken in the first round.
I feel like a lot of times those players, they're just like, man, I want to get this the fuck over with. I
Yeah.
want to get this good and over with. I want to get into the NBA.
I gotta look.
of,
I'm into the NBA not as good as my dad.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go figure out what I like.
When really, if Bronny would have been like, I'm gonna go to a team like Ohio State. I'm gonna go. If that old Duquesne coach would have had one more year in him, could have went there.
Has he given up his eligibility to come back?
Yeah, I think he just because
he can't come back now.
yeah, because he didn't hire an agent.
That tells
but then
me he's done.
then he hired an agent. Because I'm pretty sure once you hire the agent, you can't unless NIL changed it. But he could have officially declared to where he's not coming back.
That's why I think he's done.
Yeah.
Because he definitely could have came back and went to like Duquesne, Ohio State, somewhere else.
I said if he would have went to somewhere like that, or like maybe even go to a University of Miami, Florida. Like their basketball teams just make an awful decision, so maybe you can help their basketball team make some good ones.
Yeah, like if you decide to do that, then you're like, okay, I'm here, I'm dedicated to my craft, I'm trying to get better, blah blah blah. But he's reading the headlines. You cut off.
Well, it gives him time to mature too, as a player and as like
you
an
cut
actual
off college.
human being. Yeah.
You cut off college. That's you basically saying, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to the draft. God, if I get drafted, then I'll go through that. But like, I think that's his way of saying, like, look, all in on the draft. If it doesn't happen, I am done with basketball. And honest to God, like, he might be praying. Like, Tony's been saying this from the beginning.
I don't know, G League heroes.
No. They said that he would not, even if he gets drafted, he's not going to sign a 2-way contract. Like, he's, like, NBA or bust. So, probably on the bust side. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, because as me as a GM, that tells me if I'm a GM, I'm gonna be like, nah, this kid doesn't have a love for basketball because these guys like Chris Anderson. Oh shit, there's like a million dudes. Like I'm picturing
remember that
them all in their
40-year-old
jerseys.
from like the Lakers like 3 years ago?
Yeah, like
that
he
just lived in the G League.
Yeah, and he would come up all the time. Like those guys have a love for basketball that it's like, hey, I will do this as a job because I love this. I have a passion for basketball. Bronny, it doesn't seem like he has that love because like he's like, oh, I'm either playing in the NBA or I'm not playing at all. And it's like, damn, like no overseas, nothing like that. Then you don't have that love for it, dog. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm kind of hopping on Tony's bandwagon here. Where like I don't think he wants to. Like I think he's done with this. I think he wants to be like, because he keeps saying I want to make a name for myself. You know what I mean? And I feel like he's like that's his way of saying like I don't, I can't be in the NBA and make a name for myself. Because even if Bronny got drafted and his first night, because I think LeBron had like 23, like 5 and 4 or something like that in his first game. If he came out and had like 21, 4 and 3, which would be a great debut, they'd be like, yeah, well, your dad. You know what I mean? Or
like as soon as he breaks records and stuff like that, it's like, well, that's not the league his dad was in. His dad was in a way, or this league is in like the 90s.
Like you'll never get away from it in basketball. Yeah. So, you know, I hope he leaves.
It's kind of like as soon as he said, oh, I don't wear number 6 and I keep my warm-up on so people don't know who I am, and people are like, dude.
Yeah.
When they say LeBron James Jr.,
bro,
they're going to know who the hell you are.
Yeah.
Like, so that's like another thing to where he's like, Yeah, I'm just done with this.
Yeah, that's probably what happened with Michael Jordan's kids too. They were like, "I'm not my dad."
Yeah,
like,
and
damn.
I think these guys just see their dad and they're like, "Oh, well, I want to be in the NBA," and they get that. If he could have probably been like a hell of a quarterback, maybe, or a hell of a running back,
Yeah.
or he could have been awesome at water polo or lacrosse or baseball.
Speaking
any
of
other
lacrosse,
sport,
Notre Dame back-to-back champs.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know. Oh my God,
that is
Have you
that
seen-
is a rich douchey sport.
have you seen that? What's his name? Buckner or something like that. So he was the quarterback for Notre Dame. They went and won like the Gator Bowl or something like that. He won MVP.
Great bowl. Great.
Then
bowl.
he goes to Alabama with Tommy Reese. It was on the Rose Bowl team. Didn't really ever play. Leaves that team, goes back to Notre Dame lacrosse, right? That he won a championship with last year and won a championship again this year. All in like 8 months. That's yeah, that's what I said. You know, the first thing I thought of was, it's a lot of moving.
Yeah, you know what that makes me
Lot
think of?
moving.
NCAA,
Yeah.
college football 2025. So what is your first go-to
Dynasty mode.
dynasty? Well, oh, yeah, so yours is dynasty mode. I'm checking out that road to glory first. What's your
Yeah.
first dynasty team you're doing?
So I used to, man, honestly, it's not one of the deep cut ones, but I really like to go to Ohio.
Yeah.
And run the MAC and win it. Like, I'll go to Ohio, and in 2014 you had Alabama 1. Who was 2? I can't really remember who 2 was. Or
It really
Ohio
just-
State.
It
yeah.
changed depending on like what rosters you had
Yeah,
and stuff
but
like that.
no, I'd have Alabama 1 and Ohio State 2 first 2 games, then whoever was 3, and then I'd pretty much go 1 through however many, and then into league play. Because whenever you're in the MAC for that game, you're not getting any points from pretty much going undefeated in that. So that's probably where I want to go to is Ohio. But there's going to be a lot more teams in this game, I think, than there were in the 2014 one. So,
So a lot of
I
times
don't
what I
lock that one
do
in.
here recently, because I still got NCAA 14, the revamped edition. Real fun game. But what I've been doing is I'll start one off. I'll be like Florida's offensive coordinator, then go to like a 1-star. My first thing is going to be the road to glory.
Yeah.
And be or road like Heisman champ, whatever it is. I'm gonna,
I'm
I'm gonna take myself. I'm gonna become the Florida starting QB, and I'm gonna win his championships.
I wonder if they.
Huh? Oh yeah.
You can
Dynasty-
do on the 2014 one. You can say Chillicothe Cavaliers, blue and white. Like,
Dynasty mode though, I'm probably gonna pick a 1-star team. I think like it just depends. Like they're gonna have so many more different 1-star teams in there that I'm ready for. Like I'm rebuilt like a USA grind. Like I mean,
now, I wonder what they'll be like with clearly the super conference coming out. You can even change how you're going to do the playoff.
Yeah.
In it, so I'm excited to see that.
I hope we get restructures. You can make conferences, bring conferences back, because the first thing I would do is I would split up like the American and bring back the Big East.
I
as a
didn't know that
football
the Big
conference.
12 or Pac-12 was 100 years old.
Yeah, it was
It's
originally
like the first conference.
It was like the Big 8, the Big 10 at one point, or the Pac 8, and because you had the Big 8, which was the Big 12, and then the Big 12. I think they were the Big 6 at one point too.
Because they had their final championship was dubbed yesterday, I think, or on Sunday for their baseball league championship ended, and that ended the Pac-12 officially. So the Pac-12 is officially dead.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's such a
so
R.I.P. Pac-12.
Yeah, man.
dog.
Like it's kind of like whenever we watch the Big East die.
Yeah, dude,
It's
that
like,
was we've
what?
seen some of the best conferences die.
Yeah.
I'm glad the Big East is still a basketball conference. It's nowhere near what it was. Like they wounded him bad. Like
It's because, man, if
they
you watch,
massacred my
if you
boy
watch
so hard, man.
the Raheem of the Big East, it's because of the commissioner, because he was young and hungry, and he kind of just
was a little
fell
bitch.
into ESPN's lap. They're like, hey, we're trying to get basketball. He goes, I have the best basketball you'll ever watch, but was actually right. You know what I mean? And it's like when people say, oh, you couldn't have played back in my day. That was the Big East. They refer like the Big East should have been called the Big Fight because they were swinging on motherfuckers every night. So But to go back to your question, I am excited for that Road to Glory. I hope it's still like 2014, where if like I put in Paint Valley, I can go to my schedule and put in like Yoda Hunks and all that kind of stuff.
I'm
excited to see
what
what the jerseys are going to look like.
Yeah,
the jerseys, jersey selection has to be.
I'm glad that we got Team Builder.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm glad we got transfers in.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited.
Road to Glory as well as.
I'm more excited for the stuff that's
the social media management as a Road to Glory. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be a Johnny Manziel. Like,
and that's what I was, dude. EA, put this much effort into Madden, bro. Like,
do not just keep all the focus on NCAA. Just forget Madden.
2 separate teams.
Make Madden the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah,
like, just piss on that.
We got. This is why exactly. Now we don't need to be waiting 10 years, but this is exactly why you don't need to come out with a sports game every year. Like you come out with one like every other year, so you have 2 years to. 3 years to really sit down.
Why 3 years?
That's like the sweet spot for most video games.
I feel like if you go 2 though, you could go football, basketball, and just get the alternating years.
Yeah, so you always have one. You have one game coming out every
just as
year.
like a executive. Like you would be the creative, be like, oh, we need more time to push this out. And I'm like, we got deadlines, Derek. Come on, we got to meet these deadlines. We got money.
We got to give money. But yeah, man, I'm excited.
You ever seen Mythic Quest?
I am.
It's good.
I'm calling off work for probably a week. Whenever
I just got taught in how to put PTO time.
Yeah. Hey man, how do you put this in?
Yeah, request time. So I'm gonna request like 3 days off. If I don't get it, I'm quitting my job. Ha 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 ha! Joke.
I feel like we're missing something before I go to the. Yes, 3-on-3 tournament.
86
officially canceled. Sorry, we had some things come up. So for that weekend, so we're gonna have to. Also, we had no teams in 3 weeks. Sign up. So that tournament will be
kind of on you guys, really.
Yeah, not really. Because I will be going to Montserrat with Coach Shu to coach a basketball camp for 2 weeks.
Concert to me. Monster Rot. It's like
Monster Rat.
That's hardcore. That's hardcore metal. They're gonna have Rob Zombie.
Have you ever seen Parks and Rec?
No. A little bit.
Have you?
Pieces.
Mouse Rat.
Atomic Speedway.
But yes, anybody that was trying to sign up for that, sorry, is going to be canceled. We will have one again next. We had a great turnout for the high school one, so we're thinking next year we're just going to do high school plus like middle and elementary. Just kind of keep it for the kids because man, like Gus Macker's cool and all, but like we kind of look at Gus Macker, hey, we kind of think that's more for like. Everybody. We kind of like our own thing being just for the kids, man. Like, so be on the lookout for that next summer. But also, if we would have ours, what I've been told is that's like the 3rd or 4th basketball tournament, like 2-on-2, 3-on-3 in a row. So they
kind of
burn out on it. So yeah, we'll be canceling that. But hey, we have some big announcements coming your way soon for some really really exciting stuff this year for the Ride the Waves show. But with all that being said, I think it's time to draft, fellas. How about you?
Atomic Speedway.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Atomic Speedway had some big races this weekend. The NOS Energy Series.
Will you give me a pop out of that fridge?
Well, you won't.
Yeah, I was trying not to distract you. Give me one of my Dr. Peckers.
Oh, that's Sprite.
Yeah, the skis are way in the back. I didn't want you to try to, like, knock the light over. Oh, no. I got him. I scared him.
Are we okay? Is it good? Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, I was trying not to interrupt you.
This fridge is awesome. But yeah, some big races out at Atomic Speedway this weekend. The NOS Energy Drink Race Series. I was talking with a few of the guys out there. They said that was some of the best racing they've had out there in about 4 or 5 years. So we're gonna try and make it out to Atomic a little bit more this year, man. It is so nice. Like I remember I was in Indiana a couple of weeks ago with you.
Yeah.
Whenever we went and we were looking at my dad's old house, like where he grew up in, and we stopped and I was just staring at the
Clay
window.
was like the most awkward person.
Dude, yeah, because I was just trying to admire the house, and then the person that was living in it like was standing at the end of the driveway with the mowing guy.
He's like, "You live here?"
And I rolled out the window. I said, "Hey." No, hey, like didn't say anything.
My dad used to live here.
Didn't say
that was
anything.
how long the pause was.
I was like, "You live here?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, cool. And then, but what turned out was the mower guy ended up being at Atomic Speedway quite a bit for racing. So they knew
there was a
Chill
guy
Coffee.
on a mower.
Yeah.
There. Forgot to mention
It was
that part.
insane.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, make sure that you get out to Atomic Speedway. There's, honest to God, like there's nothing like that almost anywhere else that you go in Ohio. I mean, it's one of the biggest racetracks around. So make sure you're going out there enjoying that. We enjoy and appreciate everybody out there that makes sure we can have that every single week. Let's get into the draft. Oh, do you have a microphone?
It's over there. I can just tell you.
Yeah, just tell me and I'll repeat it for you. Okay. So we got this week animals that would be a problem if they were larger. We're going with like dog size. And then I guess we can go if like they're already that kind of size, just like a lion size. Like just if they were a lot bigger than what they are now.
It depends
On the animal. Yeah. So this week we got Adam, then Derek, then me. Adam starts with you. What's your first pick?
I'm gonna have to go with spiders, Clay. I had to go with spiders. If spiders were like the size of like a human,
that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Especially if the tarantulas.
Yeah.
That would be
just any of them. I was thinking more like black widows.
That would be bad.
Brown recluses.
Yes.
Other spider
Could you imagine
names.
a spider the size of a dog?
Oh, dude, could you imagine it a little bigger than that though? That's the size of like a human. Like imagine it like just like big. Imagine like a 400-pound spider, because like there can be some fat ass humans.
Derek, what is your first pick?
Skunk.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dude.
That's a sleeper. I did not think of that.
Skunks, dude.
Yes.
Hell no.
All right, my first pick's pretty easy because they can lift up, I think what I read, like 8 times their weight. Or no, I think it's even more than that. I want to say it's almost like 100. Ants.
Yeah, it's like 100 times their body weight.
Yeah, if ants were the size of dogs and they could lift 100 times their body weight of 45 pounds, we'd all be dead right now. Ants would take over the world.
We got to think there's like soldier ants. Play the game Grounded, and you'll understand why an ant that big is a freaking problem.
Yes.
Because like the spiders in that are jamungo.
And talk about scary. Like the face. Like,
all those noises they make.
Get out of here. And then my next pick, we're going to go with a smaller animal again, centipedes.
Oh.
I don't know if they'd be like evil, but I don't want to see them.
Have you seen the first?
The human centipede? Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
The first King Kong movie?
No.
Which like
Giant centipede?
Like the one with Jack Black in it, or
No, it's
the one
guy
with,
who does like Schmiegel's voice, Gollum's voice.
I don't know.
He does like all the. Anyways, he gets eaten by a bunch of giant centipedes. It's horrifying.
Oh. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going with centipedes, man. Some with that many legs, that'd be a lot bigger. Hell no. All right, so Derek goes back to you with you have a skunk. Where are you going with your second pick?
Honey badger.
Oh,
dude, that sucks.
that would not be great.
Let the audience know.
Oh, yeah, Derek picked honey badger.
Honey badger. Yeah.
Honey badger, yeah. I forgot you don't have a microphone. That would be terrible. Well, what did he say, asshole? Yeah, honey badger. That's damn. All right, Adam, it goes back to you. You got 2 picks.
I'm gonna take the guest pick, the Savannah pick that she came and put up against the thing, just because they're already so aggressive. Geese.
Yeah.
If like a goose was the size of like a horse.
It's just a dinosaur.
If it was the size of a horse, dude,
It's a dinosaur.
yeah.
If it was the size of a horse, dude, it would be
They'd be like going like flapping their wings and shit. Nah, dude.
All right, you got another
Hell
pick.
no, dude. This is just a tough one, really. I feel like bees. If
That would be a problem.
if bees were like the size of like birds or hawks, even like we'll say a bee the size of a bald eagle,
Yeah, not good.
dude.
I'd be. You think I'm afraid of bees now?
I'd be.
You think I'm afraid of
terrified.
bees now? Imagine when I got that bee's nest.
Imagine they're just like
and it
they're
had
just, like,
eagle-sized bee. I would shit myself and die.
Imagine
Like,
you're just like chilling in the house and one gets in your house, like
no,
through a crack or something like that.
No.
Yeah. Or just like you just like see them outside the window, they're just like waiting for you, like come on outside, I got something for your ass.
No.
It's a stinger they're trying to put in there.
No. MBD, your pick.
So it's only going to be a problem every once in a while, but I think it's going to be a massive problem when it does happen.
Oh man, if they're bigger, they
Dude,
could be
no,
louder.
I was just talking about this with somebody like 2-3 days ago. We used to have like a 7 and 9 year cicada, and then it seemed like it was like every other year we had a bunch of cicada.
Yeah.
But now I haven't heard a cicada.
I haven't
in a
heard
while.
any this year.
So I think we were back.
Actually, it's not around here, but it's like 2 different kinds woken at the same time. So it's supposed to be like one of the worst years.
Maybe they should just all never wake up.
Yeah.
That would be best.
It's like Jeepers Creepers is like their origin story.
So you were on my speed with the bees, right? Because I was thinking flying animals that would be terrible. Mosquitoes.
That's another one in ground.
Imagine if they not even an eagle, just the size of a bird. Like it would kind of be better because it'd be easier, I guess.
Did
to
you
kill.
like one of them
Or
hits
would
you
it
and
be
starts
harder to kill them?
Dude, imagine one of them suck you. You're just like, I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling so good.
Guys, why do I have any feeling in my legs?
You just got 2 mosquitoes on your neck, and you're just like,
That happened in the Jumanji movie. You ever see that?
I'm going out.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez. And then are we doing 4 picks or are we doing 5? 4. This would be my last one.
We can do 5.
You can do 5. Okay. So I'm gonna say it, but I'm not drafting. I almost picked a turtle, but I feel like with it being slow.
I was thinking aquatic as well for this pick, but I don't know.
I'm going to have to piggyback off your bees thing here because I was kind of already thinking it. I don't want you to steal from me. It would be wasp for the same exact reason.
I didn't know. I thought that fell into
Would
the
that
same
fall in?
category.
That-
It's like,
Derek,
because
you're
like
right.
I was thinking wasp, bees,
I was thinking
hornets.
something that flies and stings. So I think bees and wasps should be in that same. Yeah. So we're going to do that. Bees/wasp. So then I'm going to go to my next pick, and it is going to be gorillas. Like, imagine if a gorilla could be 7 foot.
Yeah, or just a gorilla twice the size
Yeah.
as it normally is.
Dead. You're done. What are you looking at me? Gorillas can be 7 feet tall?
Imagine if they were 14 foot tall. And can't be
Yeah,
like-
imagine they're double the size as they are now.
For you guys that aren't, that can't see our animal, our
My
animal
vet tech
expert.
of a wife that
yeah.
knows everything. So
They're our animal expert.
fun thing to
It's like our Manny, like how Jackass has Manny.
fun fact. Our first beginning of the marriage was me just texting her, hey, why do animals do this? And that's how we started dating. So yeah, I'm gonna go with gorilla. Not good. Basically, King Kong. Think King Kong if he was real. They made a movie about it.
I was really thinking like just like if they are 7 footers, like 14-foot gorilla, like
Yeah.
just big sons of bitches.
Dude, we should do another animal draft that if they became smart
Yeah.
would be a problem. Anyways, MVD goes back to you. Who do you pick?
So I don't know if you guys know this one or not, but it's a stoat.
I don't know what a stoat is.
It's basically a really angry weasel. It kills geese.
I haven't liked weasels since Ned Declassified.
How do you spell it? Stoat. I love that because the janitor.
Yeah.
STOAT. They're vicious little guys.
Oh, like literally when you think of a weasel, it's what you would think.
Oh, cool.
But like they kill things like 3 times their size.
Are you showing the camera?
Showing the camera.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck
Don't
you
let
up.
this cuteness fool you.
Pandas. Don't let the cuteness fool you. They will kill you. All right. Adam, you got 2 picks. You have picked spiders, geese, and bees/wasps because they're kind of in the same boat there, flying, stinging.
Yeah. I had a couple. So, first off, I'm just gonna go with one that we've been using as comparison, like birds.
Yeah.
So, like, if there's like a bald eagle, yeah, just like I didn't know. Okay.
I'll let it be birds just because he goes birds.
Well, no, like, yeah,
It was
so like
the
every
delivery.
bird that it is just like twice as big as what it would. Like, just imagine like a bald eagle. We'll stay America.
Yeah.
Twice the size, maybe 3 times the size that it is. It'd be almost like pterodactyl.
Think of like a crow or like what's an asshole bird?
a crow or a raven.
Crow. Yeah.
Or a hawk,
yeah,
yeah.
a hawk would fuck you up, pal. All right, Adam, you got one more pick.
Now this one, I feel like snakes. So like a
So
rattlesnake.
I thought about
a rattlesnake.
that.
So
I thought about that, but then I was like, man, I feel like snakes. Like I'd be like, hey, like
no,
that's what I said,
okay,
they
that's
are
why.
progressive.
I'm gonna specify like a rattlesnake or a king cobra, and like in this, it has to get as big as like the Titan boa, which makes an anaconda look like
a boat.
Yeah. Like the Titan boas were like huge, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like they were the size of trees.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I almost went with that. One, but then I think I like the one I'm thinking of right now. But hopefully you don't steal it, Derek, because we've had that draft already happen once. Didn't like it.
I doubt I'm going to steal it.
What are you going with?
I think this one's going to be a problem for different reasons than like it'll just mess you up. I'm going to pick a beaver.
Nice.
Yeah, like a lot of these are like if you just run into them in the wild, like these would be like I'm not going outside of the city again. Like I would hate to live in it.
Imagine like a bear-sized beaver. Like you wouldn't have forests anymore.
Yeah, well imagine you just like
pick
walked
up the whole
on
tree
one.
and put it in the river. Like, all right, my last one, and my dogs would be pissed if this happened. I'm going with squirrels.
I thought you were gonna say cats.
Nope, I'm going with squirrels. I got a squirrel named Steve that lives at my house, but squirrels are assholes.
Yes.
They are not nice. If you see a squirrel, don't try to go pet it. Okay, it will not end good.
Honorable mention. I was gonna say fish, but then I was like, some of them get pretty big.
So I actually thought of like dogs themselves.
Yeah.
For one reason, like when you come home, if your dog was 20 feet tall,
like
it would kill you.
A Clifford thing.
Yeah, it would trample you to death.
Yeah.
Like Clifford the Big Red mistake. All right, so
Clifford the Big Red Murderer. Like if
Adam.
Dobby was like 20 stories tall, dude, I'd kill him.
Adam has spiders, geese, bee/wasp, birds, snakes. Derek has skunks, honey badgers, cicadas, a stoat.
Yeah, if you
and
wanted
beavers.
to change that second birds to like hawks/eagles, because I was like geese is technically a bird, so like
Hawks.
I would have picked them twice.
Yeah, but it's a water type.
It was a water type.
And then I got ants, centipedes, mosquitoes, gorilla, and a squirrel. Well, I think that's a good draft, fellas. I think that was a good draft.
What did Derek have?
Derek had a skunk, honey badger, cicada, stoat, and a beaver.
That skunk, dude. That'd suck.
Stank.
Because I feel like it would be like it would be toxic. Like the fumes would be toxic-esque. Like
you'd literally have
if
to
you've
wear a
ever
mask.
played Grounded, like they have stink bugs that are just ginormous. That like if you walk into them without a gas mask on, it will physically hurt you.
I just picked it. That's not a really good one.
What?
Tick.
A tick.
Jeez, I would die. No. Or lice. Oh, my God. Imagine if lice were huge. Or like cockroach. All right, we got to end this draft. I hate it. Well, again, if you tuned in today, thank you so much for tuning into this absolutely terrible podcast. Tony should be back next week from...
Hopefully we weren't predictable.
Yeah, very not predictable today. Tony should be back next week from his baby vacation. As in, he had a baby. He's definitely not on vacation. That shit sounds terrible. So we will see Tony next week. Again, take a look at our socials. That will be posting some big news in the coming weeks. And we will see you next Tuesday. Peace out, Girl Scouts.